Imagine this. It's late in the evening. You're sitting in your favorite armchair, holding a good book or working on a crossword puzzle. The house is quiet, and the long day is finally winding down peacefully. Then suddenly, a thought pops into your head. Did I turn off the stove? It's a small question, but it pulls you out of that sense of ease. You walk into the kitchen to check. Everything is fine, but the worry lingers in the back of your mind. Sound familiar? These small moments of concern aren't just fleeting anxieties. They're reminders that safety in our own home is something we should never take for granted. As we get older, our home should be the safest place in the world. But the reality is, as we age, we face higher risks, particularly when it comes to dangers like fire and carbon monoxide. Did you know that people over 65 are twice as likely to be injured or killed in a home fire compared to younger adults? I'm not saying this to alarm you, but rather to emphasize that there are simple, effective steps we can take today to protect ourselves and our families. Let's start with the most basic and essential tool: smoke alarms. Do you remember the last time you checked your smoke alarm? If the answer is, I don't remember, don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us install smoke alarms and then forget about them. But the truth is, a smoke alarm can only save your life if it's working properly. A simple habit you can adopt is testing your smoke alarms once a month. Just press the test button to make sure the alarm is working. It only takes a few seconds, but can make a huge difference in an emergency. And don't forget to change the batteries at least once a year, perhaps on a memorable day like your birthday or New Year's Day to help you remember. Here's another important detail that often gets overlooked: the lifespan of your smoke alarms. If your smoke alarms are over 10 years old, it's time to replace them. Technology has come a long way, and modern alarms are not only more reliable, but also come with helpful features like early smoke detection or low battery alerts. Beyond testing and replacing your alarms, their placement is just as important. Some people only install smoke alarms in hallways or on the main floor, but that's not enough. You should have smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside sleeping areas, and on every level of your home. If you live in a larger house, consider interconnected alarms. When one goes off, they all do. That extra warning could buy you precious time in an emergency. Now, let's talk about carbon monoxide detectors. These devices are just as critical, but are often forgotten. Carbon monoxide, or CO, is an invisible, odorless, and tasteless gas, but it's incredibly dangerous. It can come from appliances like heaters, gas stoves, water heaters, or even cars running in an enclosed garage. The scary part is that you won't know CO is present until you start feeling symptoms like dizziness, nausea, or worse. A carbon monoxide detector can alert you before it's too late. Install CO detectors in key locations, especially near bedrooms, living rooms, and on every level of the home. Just like smoke alarms, test them monthly and replace the batteries at least once a year. And if your detector is over 7 years old, it's time to replace it for safety. Another often overlooked factor is ventilation. If your furnace vents, dryer vents, or chimneys are blocked by leaves, snow, or debris, carbon monoxide can build up inside your home without you realizing it. Make it a habit to check and clean these areas regularly, especially after storms or during cold weather. Let's move to the kitchen, the most common place where home fires start. How many times have you left the stove unattended to answer the phone or open the door, only to forget you were cooking? It's a dangerous habit, but an easy one to fix. Make it a rule to stay in the kitchen while cooking. If you need to leave, even for a moment, turn off the stove. And don't forget to keep flammable items like dish towels, oven mitts, or paper towels away from the stove. During colder months, we also need to pay attention to heaters and fireplaces. Space heaters are a lifesaver on chilly days, but if not used properly, they can become fire hazards. Always place them on a flat, stable surface and keep them at least 3 feet away from anything flammable, like curtains or bedding. Look for heaters with an automatic shut-off feature. It's a great safety net in case the heater gets knocked over. Fireplaces also require extra care. There's nothing cozier than sitting by the fire on a cold evening, but a dirty or poorly maintained chimney can pose a serious risk. Have your chimney cleaned and inspected annually, and always use a sturdy screen to catch sparks. When cleaning out the ashes, Wait at least 24 hours for them to cool completely and store them in a metal container far away from your house. Finally, let's talk about having an escape plan. If a fire broke out right now, would you and your family know how to get out? Take some time to walk through your home and identify at least 2 exits from every room. Make sure the exits are clear of clutter or complicated locks. Once you've created a plan, practice it at least twice a year. It might feel unnecessary, but in an emergency, quick reflexes and familiarity can be the difference between life and death.